Welcome to Tangent Proptech. I'm Edward Cohen. A few weeks ago, I had the privilege of attending the 4th annual Real Estate Gala on behalf of this podcast and my work with Commercial Observer. 100 floors up at the Edge in Hudson Yards, New York City, and I'm on a red carpet, mic in hand, talking tech and AI with some of the most interesting people in the industry. If you're not familiar with the Real Estate Gala, it's an exclusive annual black tie event co-hosted by two people who have built something rare in this industry, genuine influence. Don Tebman, better known as Strip Mall Guy, a guy who turned the most overlooked asset in America into a social media movement and a $150 million fund, and Bob Knakal, 42 years in New York City investment sales, over 2,400 buildings sold, more than $24 billion in transactions, the standard by which NYC brokers measure themselves. And it wasn't my first time at the gala, but it was my first time there with a press pass, and that changes everything. In this episode, we're bringing you something a little different. You'll hear from Cyrus Claffey, founder of ButterflyMX, David Auerbach, CIO at Hoya Capital, Shanti Ryle from Crexy marketing team, along with founders, investors, developers, operators, brokers, and legal and tax experts from across the industry. And of course, Strip Mall Guy himself, who sat down with us for a bonus conversation we're dropping as a dedicated episode. Stay tuned for that one. A pattern emerged across almost every conversation I had that night. Two areas kept coming up: marketing and leasing on the revenue side, and underwriting, valuations, and financial modeling on the analytical side. And that's not a coincidence. Those are the two places where bad decisions are most expensive and good technology pays for itself fastest. Real estate has always been a data-rich industry that somehow managed to make data-poor decisions. AI is starting to change that, and people in this room are at the front of it. One more thing before we get into it. A lot of these people met online first, and this gala is where they actually get to be in the same room together, and there is something to that. Showing up, being in the room, meeting the people in your industry, whether they're current partners, future ones, or even competitors, does wonders to you personally and professionally. The pie gets bigger when people actually know each other. Thank you to Claire Bach and the team at Marino PR for helping make this happen. I'll be back at the close of the episode with some thoughts. For now, let's go to it.
So first, tell us your name and what do you do?
Cyrus Claffey, founder, ButterflyMX.
What are you most excited about when you walk into a room like this?
I am most excited when I walk into a room like this filled with real estate stars when somebody like Edward tells me how much they love ButterflyMX and it's changed their life because he has it at his building. So for me, that's the most gratifying and thankful thing. And I'm happy to, it takes a village. PropTech is my part.
Where is AI creating value in your business today?
Oh my God. How much time do you have? For all of us, especially companies though, and in the PropTech space, there's an imperative to figure out how we're going to use AI. And it's really across the board, as it should be, because AI is not just about sales or this or that. It's really about everything, from managing like how you schedule things to how you create things, programming software, product development, as well as how you then incorporate it for customers like yourself, Edward. What is it that we can develop that would help you live better in your building using our mobile app? So it's a great challenge. It's actually a lot of fun. That's why I love and founded ButterflyMX. I feel like I'm basically a problem solver using technology.
What's one workflow or area of your business that will look different in 1 to 2 years?
Probably, hopefully, all of them, of course, all of them, because we are actually implementing it across every part of our marketing is already 100% driven by AI. We have automated answering, but we're also using it in product development and engineering. We're developing resident-facing apps. So we're going to be tackling these things that all revolve around our ability to give access in a seamless way.
What advice would you give other tech founders trying to get their technologies adopted?
Look, there's definitely secret sauce to every industry, but there's also common rules. And you have to figure those out. Study Steve Jobs, number one, in terms of what he did from a product side and customer side. That would be one word of advice. We're almost about to be in 25,000 buildings.
Wow.
Yeah. And we did it by being consumer-centric. And again, it's directly like a line from Steve Jobs to me to ButterflyMX. So I think that's really the golden rule. In terms of our industry, are you sitting down? It's fucking hard. So be prepared to run a marathon.
Yeah.
Real estate is a slow-moving industry, but it's also the world's biggest asset class.
There you go.
Between those two poles, you'll find value, either here or there.
Last question.
Yes.
What's one partnership that has delivered outsized results? A partnership with a company, with a person, in your personal, professional life?
Wow, that's a great question. It's a really hard question. We just announced, or about to announce, a partnership with the world's largest e-commerce company.
Wow.
Let me just leave it at that. If you want to hear more, why don't you put me on your podcast?
Stay tuned for more.
Stay tuned for more with Cyrus and Edward.
Zach Molzer, Molzer Development. I run a multifamily development firm down in Kansas City, Missouri.
My name's Madi, Bremer, and I'm a retail broker in Kansas City, Missouri.
What are you most excited about when you walk into a room like this?
The room that we're in right now, it's unbelievable. The connections that you can make, the people, the hands that you can shake, the deals that can get done, but more importantly, the friendships that are made. Some of these people in this room are my best friends. Some of these people are my mentors. It's honestly just surreal. Every year I look forward to this, and that's why you do this. It's why we're in commercial real estate.
Yeah, I feel like as a young professional that's newer to the industry, to be in a room like this with professionals that have done it for years and years, to learn from their wisdom, their advice, their experience, and just really be a sponge and learn everything that they have to give you.
Where is AI creating value in your business today?
I'm using it a lot in my prospecting and figuring out what makes like my landlord listings like a great tenant mix, and figuring out what's missing and what we could capitalize on. And then it's helping find those type of prospects in the KC area that I can then try to reach out to.
What's overhyped in AI for real estate today, and what's underappreciated?
I think AI as a whole is overhyped, and when people talk about it taking away jobs from people, I think that what people need to understand is that AI, if you use it correctly, it can amplify your life. Someone that's working 40 hours a week, you in theory could be able to work 30 hours a week if you use AI that can help amplify your business, whether that be prospecting, deal sourcing, content creation. People that aren't like leveraging digital tools, AI, they're gonna fall behind. You better be using them to your advantage right now. I gave a talk to a bunch of sixth graders the other day, and I straight up told them, I go, you guys need to be using AI. And their teacher goes, no, we don't want that. I was like, okay, don't cheat on tests, like don't use it for that. But you guys need to be able to learn, understand on how this is going to affect your world.
What's one partnership that has delivered outsized results?
I met my business partners on my first big project, the Aladdin. I met them through X. It was 4 years ago. We started DMing. We started getting on weekly calls. And then I reached back out to them when I first put this building under contract, and I said, hey, I know we haven't met in person yet, but I've got a project for us. We bought this building, we closed on all of our stuff, and we're 8 weeks away from delivering from people that I met through the internet.
Wow.
It's unbelievable what this platform and what human interaction can do for one another. Go out there, put yourself out there, build, and let's grow.
Be social on social media and then meet in person.
My name is Gabe Einhorn. I'm the CEO and founder of VryfID.
What are you most excited about when you walk into a room like this?
Just meeting new people and meeting people that I've never met in person that I know from social media.
Where is AI creating value in your business today?
Streamlining the process of all the little things that you need to do and that you normally need to pay someone for, or that you just have to spend extra time on. All that stuff can be done with AI.
What's something you changed your mind about in the last year?
Posting on Instagram, because I was only posting on LinkedIn, and then I decided, hey, Instagram, TikTok, why not? So I started posting on all the platforms, and now I'm everywhere.
How do you find the motivation to consistently post every day, week in, week out?
The first 3-4 months was very hard because I didn't see any results. But once you started seeing results coming in and you see actual money and relationships that come from it, it's a no-brainer to do it every day.
It's atomic habits. If you go to the gym today, you feel like shit tomorrow, but if you go to the gym for 3 months straight, you'll be jacked. Collaboration superpower. That's something we asked everyone on our podcast. Collaboration is human superpower. So what's one partnership that you're proud of that has delivered outside results?
Partnership with my brother. I'm building my company with him.
Amazing.
And we decided that we're gonna do together, and it's been really good so far, thank God.
My name is Kaylan Knitowski. I work at Franklin Street. I'm associate director over there. I do investment sales and tenant rep.
What are you most excited about when you walk into a room like this?
And I love being one of the youngest ones in the room, seeing all the experience, all of the basically celebrities of our industry in one place and getting that one-on-one time with them when we're able to actually have conversations, it's invaluable.
Where is AI creating value in your business today?
There's a lot of value in AI. I've been Claude coding a bunch at night, so when I get home from work, making sure all my little 7 agents are doing all of their things. You know, I have weekly triages, I have marketing blasts. There's so many ways to utilize it where we do have staff that obviously helps, and that's great to start. But when you're able to now beat the rest of the competition by speed with that skill that the marketing girls have, it's a no-brainer.
What's overhyped in AI for real estate and what's underappreciated?
Underappreciated, I think, is the simplicity of it. We are so used to normally people having to have all degrees in coding and all these things. And we are now just able to input, give a couple phrases, and it completely gives a different output and result. So I think that's the underappreciation, is how easy it is to utilize. Overhyped is just everyone using it and it being like the only way for your business to go forward, or that AI is taking our jobs. It is not taking our jobs. It might make them easier. It might get you in a place that you're beating out your competition by using AI. But I'm sorry, you're never just gonna have a computer making deals for you, because the relationships and like when a problem comes up, you need that personal human touch that you're just not gonna get with a computer.
You can send your AI agent to this room.
Exactly, I'll send it to, I can't send it to this room, but I can send it online to go get me a report.
What's something you were convinced about a year ago that you've changed your mind about?
An assumption would be that your tenure equals success. Last year I was able to speak at the event. I was only 3 years in, or a little less than 3 years in. And from that event, I literally got a $10 million listing where I was able to basically pitch against other people, and he saw that my social media and other things were able to get me more eyes on the property than maybe someone at one of the big firms that's been there 20 plus years. And for me, I never thought I could maybe compete with those people. And now putting myself out there in this way, creating a personal brand, I'm competing with people 30 plus years of experience that are looking at this little girl show up and they're like, what the hell is she doing here? And I'm like, well, I'm here to take all your deals and also be the next kind of face of commercial real estate, so.
Fearless and confident.
Trying to be.
And modest. That's
yes,
awesome.
Definitely modest.
Amen to that. Last one.
Yes.
So what's one partnership, one collaboration that delivered outsized results, and what made it work?
Strip mall guy. When I first started in the industry, I randomly posted on Twitter. The man himself over there gave me a call, basically a cold call. I told him about a deal. He then called me back afterwards and was like, hey Kaylan, I think your personality is great. Didn't know me at all. And basically was like, listen, if you delete your Twitter, because I was wearing cat shirts, high school, it was just, very childish. You could really create this and explode with it. I mean, he reposted some of my deals and some of my posts, and I gained so many followers from that garnered a different audience. So if it wasn't for him, I don't think, a lot of my career would be here. So I give a lot of it to Don.
Cheers to Don and SMG.
Strip mall guy.
My name is David Auerbach. I'm the Chief Investment Officer of Hoya Capital and a regular quoted feature in Commercial Observer.
What are you most excited about when you walk into a room like this?
Seeing old friends and meeting new people, and it's amazing to see people, how they evolve over time. Somebody that was a junior person a few years ago, now, a big fish in a small pond.
What advice would you give tech founders that are hoping to get their technology adopted by companies like yours?
We're out here. We're always willing to learn. We're interested in conversations. I'm so set in my ways and how I think that I need somebody to crack the eggshell to help me think outside the box. If somebody's able to lead me to water to understand, I'm all for it.
You heard, just need to crack Mr. Auerbach's eggshell. What's the last tech solution you adopted, and what problem are you hoping to solve?
We've actually started using like an AI messaging concept to try to get in front of advisors, and I'm hoping to refine it more to be more personal, human touch, understand the the messagee. It's going to take some time to evolve, but it's for somebody who's always pressing the buttons to have somebody else do the work for me. It's kind of hard to let go, so that's the part right now. We'll see how that evolves.
My name is Adam Steiner, and I'm a finance attorney representing lenders and borrowers on their commercial loans.
What are you most excited about when you walk into a room like this?
The energy when you walk in here is insane. You have everybody. You have podcasters, you have attorneys, you have real estate developers, you have everything under the sun, and the conversations that brings are just, you can't find it anywhere else.
Where is AI creating value for you today in your business?
There are things that we were doing that would take me about 20 minutes to run. And after a couple of hours of coding the tool with AI, it takes about 3 minutes, and I don't even have to do it. It takes the AI 3 minutes. It takes me about 30 seconds.
What's one area of your business you think the tech community has overlooked?
I don't know if I would say overlooked. I think very much real estate, like many other things, is driven by personal relationships. Technology has a way of intermediating that where I don't talk to people. But one of the things that makes this so magical is you have people who interacted only on technology, and now they're here in person meeting. That's something that I don't know if technology has per se overlooked, but it's something that they can't really bridge.
What's the last tech solution that you adopted, and what problem are you hoping to solve?
AI and document automation. A lot of document automation is just repeating. The fact that there's no really good solution that solves all the problems is something that I think should be taken care of, and I'm working on that right now.
What advice would you give tech founders that are trying to get their technology adopted by businesses like yours?
You have to go out and meet people. Technology founders generally don't understand business. Business people generally don't understand technology. You have to have some way of bridging that gap. And so the best thing that a founder can do is get out from behind their computer, knock on a door, ask for 15 minutes of time just to hear what the pain points actually are, as opposed to what the founder thinks the pain points are.
100%.
I'm Humberto Lopes, but I'm known as HL Dynasty, and also now I'm known as Gotham Housing Alliance.
What are you most excited about when you walk into a room like this?
I control the room.
Yeah, he controls the room.
I control the room.
You heard it here first.
So I control it. I'm the interesting man.
Yeah, can I ask about AI?
I don't do much AI.
Doesn't do much AI. He does HL. He does HL.
It's not ready yet for real estate. It's not ready for construction. You need a people person. What are you going to go to a robot to rent an apartment or sell something or buy something? It doesn't work with our industry, and especially in construction. It's good for designs, but that's it. It doesn't work for nothing else.
What's the last tech solution you adopted, and what problem are you hoping to solve?
I'm actually trying. I'm not hoping. I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
What we're going to solve here is the not crisis, but what they're doing to the landlords in New York City.
Yes.
So that's what I want to stop.
What are they doing to the landlords in New York City?
I want the tenants and landlords to come together as one. So once we get that going in the right direction, we're not against each other. So that's what our lovely mayor's doing right now. He's dividing us. And when you do that, you just create more of a problem. Let the landlords be landlords. Let us fix our buildings and let us put everything back together and help us do that.
Yes, sir.
And I have a solution for it. I sent everyone a letter telling the solution where you can remove over 1,000 cases in tenant landlord. We will not waste any money for the taxpayers' money, because what we'll do, all those tenants owe rent.
Right.
Take the rent that you owe me, put it in escrow,
okay.
Allow us to fix the apartments. As we fix the apartments, pay me back. You see?
Yeah.
So you use the tenant's money that you owe me anyway.
Yeah.
Give it back to me when I'm done.
Right.
We pay the $400 to HPD to come and inspect it, and then we're not using taxpayers' money. So it's a win-win situation for everybody.
Win-win-win.
Win-win-win.
Muy bien.
My name is Jovian, and I was a musician. As of October, I've retired, and now I am the operation officer for Gotham Housing Alliance, which essentially is building a seat at the table for property owners to be involved in property owner policy and healing the divide between property owners and renters.
Healing the divide, I love that. Where is AI creating value in your business or in your organization today?
I would say more so in simple things like, let's say for example, I want to know how many apartments are vacant in New York City. Like, it's easier to go through AI for that because it's going to compile all the information that's out there. And then maybe I'm really a stickler for grammar, so like I don't use it to write things for me, but I use it to make sure my grammar is on point.
Yeah.
But outside of that, I don't really automate a lot. In this field, the personal is really important.
100%.
Especially with property owners, they're so sensitive. They think everyone's out to scam them or just take their money, which is, rightfully so, I understand. So I want to be as personal as possible. So yeah, really just information that like I can't necessarily get on Google, or maybe I don't have the time to go through like 30 articles. AI is like perfect for that.
What's something you've changed your mind about that you were sure of before?
Food, I never thought in my life I would enjoy fish.
Wow.
I was vegan for 6.5 years.
Boom.
And
man.
I went to Morocco and I was like, you know what, like, I trust the meat here compared to America's disgusting meat. And
Okay.
from 2023, I got into meat more. And then, yeah, this year I've been able to eat fish, which is crazy. I even tried sushi, which is crazy. Never thought I would put sushi in my mouth. So I feel like that's a fun one.
Yeah.
As a person, and I can speak for myself, I'm like, I have a really big ego and I'm really prideful. So it's almost impossible for me to think that there's another reality that I can step into and then it feel correct, just like my current one. So it's taught me to just evolve and be open to the idea that my way is not necessarily wrong. There's just multiple right ways. So,
amen.
Hi, I am Lauren Obreza. I'm with Foresite Commercial Real Estate based in Austin, Texas, and I run our brokerage operations and marketing.
What are you most excited about when you walk into a room like this?
I am most excited to meet people who are trying to make connections. I am eager to learn more about what other commercial real estate brokerages are doing with AI to bring AI into their operations, into their brokerage.
Where is AI creating value for your business today?
So right now, AI is creating a lot of value by removing bottlenecks and streamlining any processes that require speedy turnaround. So we're trying to incorporate AI into our marketing processes to make sure that the AI-enhanced brochures make it back to our agents with minimal corrections so that we can deliver those efficiently back to the client and get the properties listed as quickly as possible, because that delivers value not only to our agents but also to our clients. Another area that we hope it's going to bring us some aid is underwriting, so that we can efficiently underwrite and make sure that we have the best market knowledge at our disposal in order to share that with our clients as professionals.
What's overhyped in AI for real estate today?
Oh man. I would say image generation is overhyped. You can get a little bit carried away when you are generating images of buildings that can be repurposed. But for the most part, I think AI is pretty efficient, and I think it's going to make a big splash in commercial real estate.
What's one workflow or area of your business that will look completely different in 1 to 2 years?
Client follow-up and leasing tour scheduling, because once AI has the capability to manage an inbound email inbox with the efficiency of a human and use a human logic with that, scheduling tours will be almost automatic, and I can foresee an automatic scheduling feature where if someone reaches out and inquires about a specific property, an AI agent instead of a human agent is going to be able to automatically schedule tours, find space in the agent's calendar, find space in the tenant's calendar, and make sure that everything runs smoothly, which is going to make the whole process a little bit more efficient and hopefully lead to more leases getting signed faster.
Yeah. What's one partnership that delivered outside returns, and how did that come to be?
So we're a full service brokerage, and because we're using AI to kind of supplement our processes on both sides, that allows the collaboration from leasing to investment sales to cross over, whereas sometimes it doesn't. I can think of one example where we had an investment sales deal under contract, a tenant fell through, which dropped the occupancy from 100% down to about 90%. The deal fell through because the buyer felt that the deal was no longer fair at the current contract price based on the tenant falling through. They were able to efficiently kick it over to our leasing team. Our leasing team did the lease up, added the value back in, ended up increasing the NOI, which ultimately increased the contract price. They put it under contract with a new buyer and were able to transact on the property. So both arms of our company were really able to deliver value to the client at the end of the day.
Amazing.
Pablo Barreiro, and we develop preschools and schools across the United States.
What are you most excited about when you walk into a room like this?
The knowledge, the fun, the expertise, the connections that you can make.
Where is AI creating value in your business today?
Oh, in a lot of ways. I mean, doing platform, doing apps, so the team can work and find more data fast, and workflows, better automation. So a lot of things.
What's one workflow or area of your business that will look completely different in, say, 1 to 2 years?
I think financing, it's going to look very different, and also how you get properties and all the data to make an underwriting decision.
What advice would you give tech founders that are trying to get their technology adopted by businesses like yours?
Make it as simple as possible, so the guys that like us that we don't know that much, we can work with it.
What's something you've changed your mind about recently?
The AI experience. I think now is much better and I have a much positivity about it.
If you could choose one person, historic or living, to do a partnership with, who would it be?
Has to be Warren Buffett or Walt Disney.
Wow, nice.
I am Shanti Ryle, and I am Director of Content Marketing at Crexy.
Thank you for hosting us tonight, Brexy. What are you most excited about when you walk into a room like this?
Oh my gosh, I love the people. In commercial real estate, it's all about people. It's about the relationships. There is not only a legacy community of past attendees here, but a lot of new faces, a lot of new people taking advantage of technology like social media, like Crexy hopefully, and really unlocking a higher level of their business making skills, harnessing this technology. So I'm just really excited to feel people's energy, hear what they're experimenting with, what they love, what secret tips they have maybe to share with other people. And of course, people are here to make deals. So it's really exciting to hear those success stories as well. It's just effusive, it's catching, it's magnetic, and I love getting to be here and getting to talk to so many people.
Where is AI creating value in your business today?
Oh, we actually have several new AI features recently launched I can tell you about if you're interested. Okay, so one we just launched recently is Data Enrich, where say you're a broker or a researcher, you have a list of addresses you know nothing about, but you know you want to prospect. You can now upload those to Crexy, and using our database and our data partners, we will validate lots more information against that list of addresses. So contact info, financials info, ownership history, transaction history, which really gives a complete picture of the story of a given property. One other I'm very excited about and a little nervous because I write market reports is we have AI-powered, AI-written market reports where you can now click, I want, let's say, office in New Jersey, and I want an executive summary because I don't want to overwhelm my client. Boom, boom, boom. AI will write it for you. And we have dozens of data partners that we collaborate and layer on top of our own data with. So it's really a tried and true snapshot of the market. And of course, you can edit it, make it your own, refine it.
Where is AI overhyped today?
You see kind of boom and bust cycles with new technologies. I think a lot of new businesses are really excited about all the VC and capital that's coming into the AI space. So sometimes a company might get funding that really shouldn't get funding, but because there's so much ready to be deployed in the space, they grow very fast. And I think in a lot of cases, there's not really time to bake out a fully fledged product. I think where Crexy's well positioned is we've been doing this for 10 years now, and now we're really integrating the AI component into it. So I think if you're in a niche like commercial real estate, you need to find the tools that are really specialized for your industry, especially for knowledge work. Because say if you're new and AI tells you XYZ about a market and you don't know that it's wrong, that can get you in a lot of trouble. So you have to be very careful with tech bloat. You have to be careful with tech vetting. You have to be careful with, am I actually going to use this in my day-to-day workflow? Is this useful to me? Do I know myself? Do I like technology actually? Or is it just, I got to onboard this because my boss told me to?
What's something you've changed your mind about in the last year or two?
I don't know if I've changed my mind, but I've seen other people change their minds about this.
Yeah.
I think more and more people are realizing how important storytelling is. And it's really exciting to see. This gala is a really great example of that. Everyone here uses social media, is connected because of social media, and part of social media is telling your story, who you are, what your brand is, what you do, what you're working on. And we're seeing more CEOs on LinkedIn suddenly have leadership pieces come out, and you can kind of tell when some of it's AI. But that leaves a lot of room for those who are willing to do a little bit deeper digging on what their messaging is, how they want to position themselves. It's gonna make it a lot easier to bubble above kind of the, you know, everyone's doing it now, it's a fad. It takes storytellers to rise above. And so as a storyteller, I'm excited that people are starting to come around to that way of thinking.
What's one partnership that you're proud of?
We obviously are a sponsor of the gala. So we're really proud to be a partner with Don, with Bob Knackle, and to be able to make this happen. This is the 4th year. We were the first sponsor year 1, so continuing that partnership and that relationship is really rewarding. As you can see, it's a big success.
Yeah. Where can Tangent listeners learn more about Crexy and connect with you?
Yes, so all of our handles are at Crexy. We also have a podcast which I host, which you're going to be on. So for your listeners, catch him on the other side of the mic pretty soon.
My name is Ramin Anayat, and I save clients millions of dollars in property taxes.
What are you most excited about when you walk into a room like this?
A room like this with all these power players, just meeting everybody, shaking everybody's hand, and honestly, I already know half of these people just because I've been to a few galas, but also because I follow everybody online, and so that's just been the gateway to have that connection with all these people already and just have a warm intro.
Where is AI creating value in your business for you today?
Oh, AI has been wonderful. I've been using AI to write all my emails. Well, not write all of them, just like, reword them and make them more professional sounding. And then also, we're structuring AI to do the parts of our job that we don't really necessarily want to do, like that administrative side.
What's something that you've changed your mind about in the last couple of years?
So I started in the fashion industry, and then I changed my mind and I wanted to do real estate.
Yeah. What's a common mistake property owners make when it comes to their taxes?
They try to do it themselves. They don't get a professional. So if you have a professional, then they know the ins and outs of every laws in every state. Just how to work the property with the different approaches. I mean, there's so much math, there's so much analytics, technology that goes into a property tax appeal.
Which commercial real estate asset class wastes the most in taxes or overpays the most in taxes?
I'd say industrial, office. I think everybody's paying too much. If you're paying the government, you need to have somebody that's helping you out and reducing your tax liability.
Congrats again on throwing such a great event. Now let me share a few takeaways from my conversations. AI is clearly playing a major role in many businesses, but there's still a lot of potential being left on the table. How do we capture it? Honestly, I think it's going to take a while. At the end of the day, we're talking about humans, public officials, processes, buildings, and disruption is not something real estate has ever really welcomed, often for good reasons. But the AI FOMO is real, whether it's coming from leadership, from investors, from clients, or from partners. And that's a good thing. Overall, I think real estate is slowly but surely shedding the tech laggard label that's followed the industry for so long. I wouldn't call it early adopter territory yet, but as a whole, people seem more open to change and more focused on improving the bottom line beyond just expecting rents to go up. The macro environment is forcing some of that. You can't underwrite rent growth the way you could in some asset classes and markets over the last several years. But we're still in the early stages, and I think the best is ahead. I want to thank everyone who joined me on the red carpet. Great insights, inspiring conversations, and just an all-around great time. A big part of that is simply being in person, and I can't stress this enough. With the amount of screen time we're all racking up between computers and phones, there is no greater upside than showing up face-to-face. That's where connections are really established. Sure, online you can reach hundreds, thousands, and even billions. But quality over quantity when building relationships beats any day. You can literally leapfrog 10 Zooms in 1 or 2 in-person meetings. There's something about being in the same room, seeing someone's expressions, their body language. It doesn't guarantee we're going to work together or even like each other, but it gives us a much greater chance of collaboration and maybe one day partnership. I usually ask guests on the show to share what I call their collaboration superpower. If you could form a partnership with anyone, dead or alive, fictional or real, who would it be and why? And I realized I've never shared my own answer. Mine would be Priya Parker, author of The Art of the Gathering, How We Meet and Why It Matters. She wrote it before COVID, but this line has stuck with me. Being deprived of social gatherings revealed just how important they are. To connect with others, collaborate, share ideas, and create meaningful, life-affirming experiences. That hits the nail on the head. Since COVID, we've been craving in-person, and you can see it everywhere. Sports venues, music venues, live events. Demand is off the charts and the prices reflect it. There's real scarcity in being live for something. Mass events have their value too. You can cover a lot of ground, meet a lot of people, but the more intimate and curated the environment, the more you'll get out of it. My collaboration superpower, Priya Parker, author of The Art of Gathering. Listeners, let me know what you thought of this episode format. Leave a review on Apple Podcasts or a comment on Spotify. We read every single one, so make it a good one, or at least an honest one. If you want to see what the gala looked like, I'll be posting clips on LinkedIn. Find me by searching Edward Cohen. You can also find Tangent Proptech on YouTube. I'll drop links in the show notes. With that, I'll say goodbye, and I'll see you back here soon. Stay curious and always be learning.